Hello, everyone. It's Flesson19, and welcome back to the Devs Respond. And today we're going to talk about the new way that you make a kingdom. In the past, you had to be at least clan tier 4 if you didn't go through the banner quest. You owned one fief, and you could just hit a button, create your own clan, and move along. However, there has been a new implementation to that system. No longer is the create a kingdom button sitting there. Now, you must go to a governor and create your kingdom from there. From there, we end up having issues. When you create your kingdom, depending on what your culture is, you're going to get random policies. So that is the first issue. No more of you creating your kingdom and choosing 4 policies you want. You're just stuck with 2 policies. Now, these policies are set per the culture. So if you are Botanian and you like the Empire's policies that start and you own an Empire town, you could therefore choose to create an Empire culture. However, the drawback to that is you do not change getting the Empire's culture abilities. You would maintain your original, let's say, Botanian forest culture bonus. So you do not get any of the bonuses by going to a new culture. Also, you would still get the minus loyalty penalty for not being the same culture. If you started Botanian, had an empire town, and when you created your kingdom, you chose to take the empire culture, you would still get a -3 loyalty penalty for being the wrong culture. That is something that I am going to show you in a minute in the hopes that the dev will get to that. However, this is what I wanted to touch on when I asked Dahan. So I specifically asked Dahan, with the new way we start a kingdom, talking to a governor, that has eliminated the option when we get to choose 4 policies when doing it. Is that intended feature or just a bug as a result of the change? Dahan responds, intended. The new design automatically activates the default policies of the kingdom culture you select during the kingdom creation. The dialogues represent that and give the player the option to reconsider the culture if they're not happy with the default policies. So once again, you only get to choose the policies that go with the culture. Nothing else do you get from that. No cultural bonuses. You still can get a minus loyalty penalty. So in response to that, I asked, okay, was wondering why then if you change culture, then the culture perks don't change. And you still count as your old culture when it comes to owner penalty to loyalty to feast. And I also agree that the old system is so much better, in which people were not happy with this change. I have no clue why this was implemented. I see no reason how this has improved the game. You have to talk to a governor, and you're stuck with the policies instead of starting with what you want with your kingdom. Just confused as to who or why this was done. This change makes absolutely no sense to me. I have no reason that I can think of why this is a good implementation of something into the game. You created your kingdom, and they still had a problem with choosing your culture, but you got to choose 4 perks to help you get started, which that's the hardest part of the game, is when you first make your kingdom. You've got no help there. So you need those perks to help you out. And now they've actually made it more difficult when you start your kingdom. So I have no clue what this added to the game. And that's what I think about when it comes to policies, or I should say, any implementation of any mechanic in a game. How does this help the game? And I cannot think of one single reason why the implementation of this new policy has actually helped the game in any way whatsoever. Not one reason. The only thing somebody could say is maybe it's made the game a little bit more difficult and challenging when you start your kingdom. That's it. Now, I have not heard from Dahan in response to this yet, so I don't know what he's going to say. Dahan is really, really good when it comes to communication. Normally, within a day or two, he's pretty much on it. But there is one other thing that I did want to go ahead and show you. My good old friend Ananda the Destroyer states, could we have the old design back or the options to choose for policies? And Han says, I'll bring it up as a suggestion. Okay, so that's at least progress. So they're going to consider it. But as I'm going to state in these devs response videos, I cannot bring up the importance enough of you guys going to these threads. And if you don't like it, voice your opinion. Now, please don't go overboard. I cannot stress this enough. This is what happens when you go overboard. And I saw what the person says. So don't go overboard when you respond to the devs. Just voice your opinion and tell people, hey, we want to have it back the old way. We like the old way. The more the devs hear from you and the more people that respond, the more likelihood that it is going to get changed back. I will always include in the description the post itself and how you can just click on it and go to the post. And this is on page 7. So go to this post, respond to him, respond to this post, hit reply and say, yes, bring back the old one. We love the old one. And that will get the devs to listen. The more people speak up, the more this can be changed. So if we hear about it any further, I will let you guys know. But this is to let you know that the new way that the system is brought up is intended. You do not get to choose 4. You are stuck with 2, whatever culture it is that you decide to pick. And for some reason, it was implemented. I have no idea why, but this is what we're stuck with. So if you don't like it, get on the forums, let them know. Tell them you agree with myself. Tell them you agree with Ananda Destroyer. Tell them we want it back the old way. So I will see you next time. Take care, and thanks for watching.